So, good morning, students. I welcome you all to your new session, to your new class, because I'm dealing with the 8th standard science subject. So, this video is for 8th class science subject, and I will be covering microorganisms, friend and foe, in these videos. So, because we are suffering, we are undergoing the lockdown period. I know how you people are feeling nowadays. uh, I mean, everybody's at home getting very much bored, but you can do a lot of creativity. You know how you can play inside, you can create something, you can paint something, you can sing and dance. Uh, there is a question. We all are observing, like, there is a change outside. As during my sessions, I have discussed with my kids, also with you all, that what change we are observing outside our houses, that is the nature that is rebooting, nature is surviving, nature is reviving actually, and nature is healing again. So as earth is rebooting, earth is healing, let us talk about earth. Let us start our chapter with how the earth came into existence. So for that, let me show you something. Let me show the slide share side by side. This is Earth. You know, Earth, the study says that Big Bang explosion was there, and all the planets, they came out of a big mass of fireball, something else, something like that. So Earth came into existence, as we have studied in our books. Earth came into existence 4.5 billion years ago. 4.5 billion years ago. 4.5 अरब साल पहले, 4.5 billion years ago. So Earth's life कितनी है अभी, उसकी age कितनी है? Life तो बहुत है अभी Earth की, but age क्या है? 4.5 billion years. Then studies says that before 3.5 billion years ago, 3.5 billion years ago, the very first instance of life came into existence. That was named as ARCHAEA. That was named as ARCHAEA. Then afterwards, so many other life forms came into existence. And just 231 million years ago, the dinosaurs came into existence. Then when we talk about human beings, those 7 million years ago, only 7 to 10 million years ago, the human beings, they came into existence. So as we are talking about ARCHAEA, how ARCHAEA survived, you know, ARCHAEA are present till date on the earth because ARCHAEA can survive anywhere. When the earth came into existence, when the ARCHAEA came into existence, you know, earth was so unstable, so much chaotic climate was there. The temperature and climate was very harsh. The conditions were very volatile. So many fastly changing conditions were on earth. So ARCHAEA was able to resist all those things. ARCHAEA was able to survive in those conditions. ARCHAEA was able to survive in volcanic vents. ARCHAEA was able to survive in geothermal vents. It was surviving in hot geysers even. So much harsh temperature was there, and ARCHAEA was surviving. And till date, ARCHAEA are present on Earth, and ARCHAEA, till date, ARCHAEA are found in oil wells or hot geysers or hot geysers or geothermal vents. And we can say that ARCHAEA are the ancestors of every living creatures on the earth. ARCHAEA are the ancestors there because they are the first living creatures on the earth, first ever, the very first instance of life were ARCHAEA. So these are ARCHAEA are the ancestors of all the living organisms on the earth. So now let us talk about the various plants and animals. You all know around you there are so many plants, so many animals, from very smaller size to a bigger size. We can see these slides are showing you the glances of living things: hippopotamus, bigger animals, smaller animals, tiny animals, delicate animals, very short life period, the animals which have very short life period, the plants, the carnivores, jungle animals. So many things are there. Now, why I've shown you these things, because these plants and creatures, these plants and animals, these smaller and bigger plants are visible to us. We can see them with the eyes. What microorganisms are? Let me discuss the definition of microorganisms with you. So microorganisms, these are the living creatures around us. These are the living organisms around us, which we cannot see with the unaided eye. So unaided eye means without microscope. Unaided eye. When we are not using any aid, that means unaided eye. So the living organisms which cannot be seen normally with these eyes, with unaided eyes, are called microorganisms or microbes. To see microbes, we need microscope. So let me tell you the meaning of microorganisms. Micro means small, organisms means living things. The living things which are very small in size are called microorganisms. These are certain pictures of microorganisms, just to give you a little bit information or introduction with the microorganisms. Various pictures showing bacteria, microorganism, viruses. So now I'm showing you this picture. There is a reason about this. You must have seen this in your houses when you have you used to keep some bread away in the kitchen, and it is a little moistened, and after 2 to 3 days you must have seen some grayish and greenish mold upon that grows on the bread, and it grows on other food items also. This is called fungi. This is called fungi. This is fungus growing on bread. This is also called mold. And in this picture, you can see the spores, stolen rhizoids, sporangium, sporangiophore. These are the structures of fungus, and spores are the tiny particles by which the fungus spreads everywhere. Let us go further. Now there is one activity. Let us discuss about that. This activity says that collect some moist soil from the field in a beaker and add water to it. After the soil particles settle down, observe one drop of water from the beaker under the microscope. This is one activity. What do you see? The question is, what do you see? Let me show you. When you observe one drop of soiled water under microscope, you see such things. You see various minerals, you see various protozoa, organic matter, fungi, bacteria. So many things are there visible under microscope. Let us discuss some other activity also. When you take some water, a few drops of water from pond, and you spread it on a glass slide and observe through the microscope, what do you see? This is what you see. This is a picture of a drop of water from the pond under microscope. So many creatures are there, tiny, different size, different shapes. And this is a diagrammatic representation of such things, just to make you more clear, like bacteria, worms, diatoms are there, algae, crustaceans, ciliates. So many microorganisms are there. Why I am showing this to you? Because I just want to make you very well understand this thing, that microorganisms do exist on Earth. These are not found in the books only. These are not found in the videos only. These exist around us. So what we observed by doing these activities or by discussing these activities, we find tiny organisms moving around. So many organisms are there. I have a video for you which will make you very much clear how microorganisms are present around us. So here I'm showing you this video which shows the ponds come under the microscope. You can see this is a view of a drop of water from pond under microscope, and it shows variety of microorganisms moving in that water, very tiny, different shaped microbes. Some are rod shaped, some are fragmented, some are moving, some are spherical, moving very fast. You can see this. This is the microscopic world. I just tried my level best to make this lesson interesting. I hope you are enjoying this. So students, we have seen a microscopic world under microscope, the microbes present inside the drop of water from the pond. We saw so many microbes in that, and those were moving. Let us move further. What were our observations after watching that video? So the observations show us that water and soil are full of tiny organisms, though not all of them fall into the category of microbes. चाहे सारे microbes नहीं हैं, but there are so many tiny organisms which are present in the water and soil. Let us move to the next slide. These microorganisms or microbes are so small in size that they cannot be seen with the unaided eye. I'll explain the unaided eye here again, that unaided eye means without the microscope, with the naked eye. We cannot see such things such microbes because these are very much smaller in size. Next is some of these, such as till now we have seen fungus also and so many microbes also, and some of these such as fungus which grows on bread. I'm talking about fungus which grows upon bread here. That can be seen with the help of magnifying glass. We can see that even without magnifying glass also we can see the mold. Others cannot be seen without the help of a microscope, except fungus, the bread mold, or some other certain things, certain microbes. Other microscopic organisms cannot be seen without the help of microscope, because these are the organisms which are very small in size and we cannot see these organisms without the help of microscope. So these are called microorganisms. This is again another explanation of microorganisms. Microorganisms are very smaller in size. Micro means small, organisms mean living creatures, and these microorganisms are called microbes or microorganisms because we cannot see them without the help of microscope. So microorganisms, now we are talking about microorganisms, how these are classified. Microorganisms can be classified into 4 major groups. We will be discussing in this whole chapter. These groups are bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and some algae. Now, some of the students must be thinking that ma'am has not talked about viruses. We will talk separately about viruses because viruses are a bit different from these bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and some algae. Before that, let me show you some slides showing different kinds of microbes. Here we have a complete diagram, so many examples of various types of microbes like bacteria, protozoa, algae, and fungi. Now I'm showing you the different pictures of bacteria, different types of microorganisms. These are protozoa. We will discuss about amoeba and paramecium in this category. These are algae, Chlamydomonas and Spirogyra. So many other algae are also which are like microscopic. This is fungi, bread mold. You can see Penicillium and Aspergillus. You cannot see with the naked eye, but bread mold we can see with the help of magnifying glass. And then in the next videos, I'll be covering the next topics. Till now, we have covered what microorganisms are. What is the definition of microorganisms? What are the types of microorganisms? And we have seen a little bit videos and some pictures also, which have introduced various types of microorganisms to us. So here I end up this session, this video. We'll meet you in the next session. Goodbye.